Hey guys, it's me, Wilson, and we're back with another video.
I'm better than.
We're on F1 2021 as usual, and we're here for event 6 of F1 Esports Challengers. The last two rounds,
Ring, ring,
actually,
ring.
round 11 and 12.
Alright.
And we're here for Mexico for the short quali. Brazil is the one shot, so go watch that video if you want to see the one shot. But we're here for the short quali, and heading into this. The gap behind 7th was Ulas. He was 13 points back. And I was fairly stressed, but at the same time relaxed. But then on the day, he actually wasn't well, so he didn't turn up to the race, which means the closest car behind us after that, I think, was 40 points back, which was kind of kinchy. So if he wanted to get 6th place off us, he needs to win and get a 3rd place, and they'll score no points. So yeah, it's looking pretty possible we get through here. And yeah, so I'm still pretty on my toes. The pressure's still there, but I think I'm a little bit more relaxed. And in general, I've never really been a fan of Mexico. I've always struggled here in the past, especially last game. I remember being really far off in the middle sector, and it's just it's just one of those tracks. I'm sure everyone has one of those tracks. They just don't suit. But nevertheless, we're on our first run here, coming to the end of our first run actually. 0.9 mid split, but we've got McLaren there. I don't know what he was doing. And you can see we take such a tight line. We lose so much time, and yeah, that's not made our banker great. Yeah, he didn't block us, but I think he knew what he was doing.
The last corner.
Some of the drivers in this grid are pretty sly with the way they position the car in laps. I did block someone last week in Italy, or 2 weeks ago in Italy, so I guess you could say it was karma for that. We're now starting our second run, and we're just kind of trying to build up. If you've ever done Mexico on F1 or any F1 game in general, you'll know how hard it is to pull lap run here, especially in the first sector. But we'll get to that on our final run. Coming on to our second last run though, we're only a little bit up, but remember how much time there is in this last sector, and again, we get blocked pretty much. Again, not blocked, they didn't actually get in our way, but it is the most distracting thing you can have as a racing driver, and then we have a big snap, we just lost our head at this point. And yeah, again, people positioning their car in a very
these drivers are parking on the apex deliberately.
interesting place. So yeah, it's nice to see. But you know, as the time of recording, this challenge is over, so I won't throw too many digs. But nevertheless, we come on to our final run. We're actually in a very slow time right now, at 0.6. That might be just top 10, but that's not what we want at the moment. So starting our lap, coming across line, opening DRS, and let's see what we can do around Mexico. Again, I said these first two corners are very crucial for your lap. So nevertheless, going into turn 1, we brake just before the 100-meter board, clipping that inside curb, then going through this left. We take a little bit too much curb, and we've invalidated our lap already. And as I was saying, those two, or those turn 2 and 3 are very crucial, and you need to get it right, as it's a very crucial first sector for your whole lap time wise. But nevertheless, we go into our final lap of the session. There's no backing out of this one. We have to complete this. If we mess it up, that's it. We're finishing our lap. And pretty much our banker. We're finishing the session pretty much in our banker. But here we go. Braking just before the 100 again. Maybe a little bit after there on the first corner. Taking this very nicely. And this very nicely. We take that pretty much near perfection for the real section. We're nearly 300s up going into turn 4. I think that's going to be a 0.30 first sector. Then through here, we take a little bit too much curb. Through here, flinging the car to the right. And very tricky on power. Car's trying to snap a little bit. If you look closely, the car is extremely twitchy on these exits. And you can see the tyres are just starting to fade away slightly. Do this section, fling it in, up to 6th gear. It's nearly flat, this whole S section, a little bit of a lift, then taking a lot of inside curb. You're pretty much off the track for the whole section. Opening DRS, now down into the last sector. We know we've got time in this last sector. Do this right-hander. We do that fairly nice, a little bit conservatively. Then through this left-hander of a hairpin. We do it alright, a little bit tight in the exit though, and we have a little bit of a snap due to that. Now come around the final corner, we do hit the apex. We make it a crucial part of the lap. Round the final corner onto the start-finish straight, and it's a 1 minute 13.472, which, I mean, it isn't ideal, but considering the pressure we had on us for that last run, there's not too much more we could have done. I definitely messed up the last sector at that hairpin. We definitely lost at least 800s there. minimum, I would say. But I don't think anyone really got a perfect lap in that section, and us getting blocked really on those first two runs didn't help. I feel like we could have been in a .4 on that second run already. But yeah, it is what it is. I blocked somebody in Italy 2 weeks ago, and they didn't report me kindly enough. Shout out, Keith. So I guess it's kind of karma repaying me, which is totally understandable. But nevertheless, onto the race. We're going to be doing a soft game strategy, and I don't actually know when I'm going to be pitting, as I've not done much race practice. So it's a bit of a guessing game, to be honest. And in general, I don't know how my race pace is because I've not really done much race pace at all. But nevertheless, enough of the excuses. 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go. Do we get a good launch compared to the cars ahead of us? We get a good initial launch, but then the second phase of it isn't good enough. We're going to try and stay in the slipstream of Tomic. If we move out here to try and defend, it will ruin our run into turn 1. We're just trying to stick in any sort of slipstream, weaving left to the right, trying to find a place to park our car to make sure we do not get overtaken, trying to keep the front wing clean. We've got a car on the inside of us. That looks like Piotr, and now coming out of turn 3, can we defend our position? We've still got Piotr and Ikerbena fighting behind us. We're just trying to keep our nose clean, keep our car not damaged. Now going into turn 4, braking pretty late, leaving a little bit of room inside, and nothing was made of it. Move on to lap 5 or even 6 now, and nothing happened apart from, you can see ahead, the cars broke ahead of us and we have no ERS, and pretty much what happened is Primoz got in the lead and he definitely practiced race. We had nothing, we just couldn't stick with him. We didn't practice the race. I had no clue what I was doing, and yeah, that's my fault, and there's no really one else to blame. And again, didn't know when to pit, so we go 1 lap longer than Iker, and my plan here is we get DRS on this first straight, and we get it on the second straight. And my planning is we'll have so much DRS that we might be able to perform an overcut or just come out where we were originally and have 1 lap fresher tires. So that was the plan. But again, me not doing much race pace did not help because I had no clue what I'm doing, and I don't really want to spoil much, but I can imagine you're guessing what's happening. The top 3 pit with us, they're miles ahead at this point, so it's a shame we couldn't stick with them because, yeah, it's really damaged our race. But coming out of the pits now, if you look behind us, we get passed by Piotr, so that's already 1 car behind us. This is Samuel Bean now. He's going to pass us. We literally can't do anything. We don't have DRS. Now we've got Kanakinchi. Is he going to go for a move? He does dive it down the inside, so we have to leave the space. We do leave the space. We defend him momentarily going through this first sector. But as I said a minute ago, the detection point is at this last corner, and we don't have DRS, and Can does. So we have literally nothing we can defend with. Going into this next corner, brake as late as we can, try not to hit Can, leaving just enough space. He bashes us twice. Not too sure what Kanakinchi was thinking. They're still not leaving the space for us to come back and track. We try and go around the outside, still not really leaving much space, and we have to concede there. And yeah, I don't really know what he was doing. He just kind of acted like we weren't there. But yeah, a bit of a shame. Looks like us not doing much race has really hindered us, and again, no one to blame other than myself here. And maybe even if we had a better quality, if we had poor race pace, we still could have been in a good position because we would have been higher up. Nevertheless, on to lap 13 now. You can see Kanakinchi, he actually dives it down the inside of Samuel Bean, and he goes round, and I had a bit of a heart in the mouth moment there. I didn't want to hit him. Thankfully the ghosting system kicked in, even if I did go to him. But now we're trying to attack Samuel Bean on lap 15. We're trying to go round the outside of Samuel Bean. Can we hold it round the outside? He keeps the power on, and there's not much we can do. Samuel Bean's quite an aggressive driver, and I knew if I kept my nose in there, I was not coming out alive. But we go again. We know he's flashing. This is the only chance we can do. We've got him under pressure. We try dive it down the inside, try and dummy him. He does go deep, but again, not much we can do here. And at this point, I thought that was it because we used literally everything to get them there. There was a lap where I was closer to him, but we couldn't have done much. And as you can see, Piotr actually has a penalty just ahead, so we're going to get 6th place by the looks of it, unless that gets removed. But I don't think it's going to get removed. But coming around the final corner, we have P6 in Mexico, which is not ideal considering we finished, or we qualified 4th in quali. It's actually quite disappointing, as I definitely think we could have got a podium. Again, small detail, really messing us up. If we hit 1 lap earlier, we might have been able to get into the train of the cars ahead, and that could have been That could have changed the whole dynamic of the race, to be honest.
Oh, I
But
should have let
again,
this is when it takes
not
like
really
8
much
different
excuse. I just didn't
people.
practice enough race. And yeah, I think that's a valuable lesson to take on to future series and big events. But if you guys
went
have
from
enjoyed this
fourth to
race, it was actually one of the more
Because we
entertaining
didn't know when to
races.
pit.
Most of Mexico was fairly good, and I think since it's getting to the end of the
Well.
season, everyone is starting to get a little bit more aggressive.
Not ideal.
It's a shame we couldn't pull the move off in Samuel Bean, but yeah,
I'll be
it is
mathematically
what it is.
through now,
We
won't I?
finished P6, lost 2 positions, which is a shame.
We're all
But
mathematically
what
through
can
now.
you do?
Apart
But if
from
you guys
Blair.
have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're nearly at 900 subscribers, I think it is. The YouTube channel is a bit dead. I'm going to try and start uploading a little bit more.
Thoughts, John?
And
Top 6?
yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, do all that stuff. Comment if you want. And I'll be uploading Brazil soon. That's the next round, the last round of challengers. I will confirm actually, we've made top 6 by this point. After that race, we were secured the top 6. So yeah, next race, Brazil. Let's just have a bit of fun. Let's try and end on a high. I'll see you guys in the next one.